What's going on, people? It's
Funky intro, that, isn't it? Hey, my God, Dore, you are the man, I gotta say.
I don't really need to do an intro for who was on my show tonight. He's back again. The man himself, Lee Charles TV.
He's back, I tell you, with a cracking thing going. Just watch the background I spent today. Dore, you know, I went on AI today, Dore, right, to get a cartoon version in a Pixar fashion of you and of me, and I honestly,
show people, where am I?
She looks so good.
He's doing a cartoon character of me basically, and it took him so long to do it. So, people in the chat, do you want him to show my ugly mug on it?
It comes on the screens behind. Just keep an eye on these screens behind. Dore will be here and knock him off this page and everything. It's wonderful. Lee's moonlighting, Dore. Moonlighting. I'm moonlighting.
It's the man himself, Lee. He's back on show after we draw 1-1. And yes, I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nightmares from last season when we went there and we got absolutely battered.
Did you go last season?
Of course.
Oh, you did. I couldn't get hold of you. Something wrong with your phone or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something's wrong with my phone.
Couldn't get a signal or something.
We can meet up tomorrow. My phone's fine. Look, phone's fine. So we're definitely going to meet up for a game.
You just want me to find you, Dore. That was the thing.
No, you stay clear from me.
I don't want to give you shit with 4-1 defeat.
You stay clear from me, Lee. But yeah, make sure at least stay clear.
I think Bristol City are winning, aren't they?
I don't know. What's the score? Because
I'm pretty sure Bristol are.
Bristol, yeah, that's round. Yeah, they'll see a winning.
Yeah.
So people, like I said, we can talk about Blackpool. We can talk about. As you know, there's so much to talk about the FFP. I'm gonna get Lee's thoughts about it as well.
I had a note here. Don't mention. I've got a note on here to things not to mention. So my notes that I can't mention is I can't mention Ian Holloway. That's not banned. And DJ Campbell.
Why can't you mention it?
I can't mention DJ. I'm just making little notes to myself. The things that upset you. Don't mention 4-1. I actually got down here. Don't mention financial fair play. You brought it up straight away.
I'm saying, what's your thoughts on it? People in the chat, what's your thoughts on it? My opinion, I just it is what it is, isn't it?
You know what?
It is what it is.
Here's my opinion on all this. Right?
People in the chat, Lisa's get his thoughts, and in the chat, what's your thoughts on the FFP? Because I can ramble on about it, and
I know.
We've got
the problem is, right, the whole thing is a little bit hypocritical, isn't it? Because they want the Premier League to be the best, don't they? They want it to be the best league in the world, sold around the world for multi-billions of pounds, yeah? And they want all the players paying ridiculous amounts of money, don't they? You know, that's the kind of thing they're heading for. Every player's on 150, 250,000 pounds a week or whatever it is. And I'm sorry, but there's not enough income coming in
for the lower club.
Hey, all the stuff you've got to pay out, is it? So you have to have a freaking billionaire that owns a country or an oil well somewhere or something like that. And then when they come in and they put money in, then it's financial fair play, but they're only trying to compete with all the other
Newcastle
because they've got even more money than them. So it's the whole thing's just nonsense. It's bobbins, isn't it?
It's completely nonsense. Like a Newcastle, the richest team in the world, and they can't buy anyone. They've got to sell players to get players in. So
it's not going to be the best thing in the world, is it? You know that you've either got to. I mean, the whole thing's mad anyway, because to be honest with you, I think I read it somewhere at one time that Amazon or something like that, we're going to take over, or Netflix, we're going to take over, Amazon, I think it was, we're going to take over this Sky, weren't they? And where Sky were paying 100 and I don't know, whatever million it is, they were going to pay 500 million. But the problem is, if they paid 500 million pounds to every club this year, then the players would be going for 500 million. It doesn't make any difference, you know. Whatever they give, the cost of the players just goes up all the time. So you can never get it's never going to work. It just doesn't work. It's I don't know. It's just
as what I said, people. My opinion on FFP. I'll say Lee can count in a minute, but my opinion on FFP, I think it's a joke, if I'm honest, because like I said, it's protecting the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
I saw an article in the Sun.
They're not making money, are they? They're losing money. Everybody in football's losing.
Chelsea has spent $1 billion, and like I said, people don't believe the Sun. Like the Sun is what it is. They're buying a 16-year-old for 45 million. How the hell I understand that Chelsea, we saw Brendan Johnson for 47 million, and yet he's an academy player. And Chelsea are smart because they've sold most of the academy players. I think, and that's how they're going through it. Like I think is it Conor Gallagher? It seems like could be going for them, and could be going to Spurs for like 45 million. But it's profit to them. So,
but you're spending money just to try and stay in. You know what I mean? It's not like you're trying to win it. Just stay in the bloody thing.
Like, you know, when I think like Blackpool,
you might as well just go down and then.
Blackpool got promoted to a Premier League. Like, how much did you spend?
I truly believed that. Just say, for instance, I won the Euro Millions and I'd have bought Blackpool.
Yeah.
Right. And I put, I don't know, 20 million in by some miracle. I can't remember how much Bellicon put in, but I think he put about 5 million or something into Blackpool. And that actually was like transformed us. Yeah. We got in the Premier League. But if I owned a club, I wouldn't start. I would spend as little, honestly, as I possibly could. And I'd do what everything that Oysters did, I thought was right. They borrowed players from the Championship. They didn't pay big wages. I think most players run about 10 grand a week, something like that. And I would have taken all the money and I would have just then spent that, I wouldn't have blown it all in the Championship, but I spent enough to get me back in again, but not blow it all. And I'd just keep doing that.
I think it's just a joke.
All the time. Everybody doesn't, but nobody does that. They go in. It's like you spent 250 million. So, I mean, obviously you can afford to lose 250 million, but it's bloody bonkers just to stay in.
Yeah.
To lose to spend another 250 million.
Look at Norwich. Look at Norwich. Norwich was a yo-yo club, and they wasn't even when they got promoted to the Premier League. They wasn't even spending much.
No, they actually paid off all the debts, didn't they? They had a meeting and they paid off all the debts. But what I'm saying, that is what everybody's doing this, aren't they? They're just spending every possible penny, and some are spending more, and the clubs are not making any money just to stay into something that, again, the following season, if Forest don't keep investing in players and spending over the top on players, you'll just eventually go back down, won't you? So you've kind of got to spend to stay in. But if you do spend to stay in, then it's financial, you're up against financial fair play, but you're not actually, it's not like you're winning anything, is it?
No. And I think that's what
you're not winning. You're not going to win the Premier League this year, are you? So you haven't. No. The only actual advantage you've gained is to stay in somewhere that's going to cost you even more next year. It's a bit like buying a house, isn't it? That's like a money pit. Do you know what I mean? You buy a house, £100,000, and it needs £50,000 extra spending on it. And when you spent all that the next year, it needs another 150. So you spend 150, and then it needs another 200. And that's just what it all is. It's just, but then you can't do it because then they're going to get you for financial fair play. But you're not really achieving anything with all that money you're spending, are you? So I kind of Charles needs to calm down. I'm not angry, mate. It's all nonsense. The whole thing is nonsense, and it's normally the fans that suffer. I don't know whether you will suffer, but it's normally the only people that that suffer at the end of the day are the fans. You have no control over how much money.
The thing is, like I said, other clubs, like I said, we had to the first year in Premier League, we had to bring in players. Low players, as everyone knows, but then we can see, like I said, with the Brendan Johnson thing, like I said, we bet Spurs for 47 million.
Yeah, so that should have been enough. Huh? If we got 47 million, say for I know we didn't, but if we'd have got 47 million for Josh Bowler, say for instance, we'd probably be we wouldn't have gone down. We wouldn't have gone down last season. If we'd have had that kind of money, it's quite a lot of money, but it's 47 million. I mean, we're talking. This is what does my head in, right? We talk about 47 million as if we're talking about 47,000, don't we? I mean, if somebody came in with a van to your house and said, Door, you have been, you're in the postcode billionaire lottery, and here's your winnings, and you get it all in pound notes of in £20 bundles, and we're dropping it all off, and you've won £47 million. You wouldn't be able to get in your bloody lounge.
Yeah.
It's that 47 million should be enough. It should be enough, but it's not. It's not even like
pennies.
It's not even touching the side. So how do you not do it without? How?
Mm.
How can anybody ever win?
People chat. It's like, and this is a question for you, Lee. Like I said, we talked about the FA Cup, and I've seen the Premier League teams like Nuno was complaining about replays, and teams like Blackpool, they need the replay for the money.
Yeah, of course we do. It was kind of my dream, really.
Let me
get the draw.
Chat. And as well, we're on Lee channel as well. So Blackpool fans, Forest fans, get involved as well in this chat. I disagree with what these top Premier League teams say about what a replay because of money. And teams like Blackpool and all lower clubs, they need money.
Yeah, of course, it's very valuable, and even further down the nose, you know what I mean. It's valuable to us. But say if we were a non-league, if we were a non-league team and we'd have come to Forest and got a 2-2 draw to bring you back, and the TV rights and everything, honestly, that you'd probably earn, I don't know what it'd be, probably about 300,000, would it, by the time they got a replay and a TV money as well. Well, that's when non-league 300, and we're talking like we've just been talking about 47 million, and now we're talking about 300,000, and 300,000 for a non-league club would transform they could probably do all the clubhouse up, the dressing rooms, the changing facility. It would just the pitch. They could probably have a 4G pitch put down and all, and it's just an unbelievable amount of money. 300,000 is just mind blowing to them. And we talk about 47 million, like it's 47.
This is why I disagree with Nuno. And like I said, these other Premier League managers saying, like I said, and I'll be honest, I didn't want the replay because it does suffer Forest a little bit. But at the same time, teams like yourself, they need the replay for the money. And that's why I said I'm not going to stick up for Nuno on this one or any top Premier League team saying, no, I'll scrap the FA Cup replays because it's not fit. It affects the big teams, but what about the small teams? Me personally, if people in the chat, what do you think?
Somebody's posted there actually, Dor, the True Red. You see that one there? So if you want to pop that up, I'll just talk about that. Burnley did it really well for 6 years in the Premier League. They did under Sean Dyche, and they bought very little to avoid being in financial trouble. They did. And they were actually quite a cash-rich club. And unfortunately for Burnley, those directors sold in a similar situation to the Manchester United deal, where the guy borrowed all the money to buy them. So Burnley are now, in the other way around, where all that money they made, they actually owe it now. So it's not quite the same. And that's another thing that's wrong, isn't it, really? It's like the Glazers, it was all wrong, wasn't it? United was, I know how much they buy for a bit, 100 million or something, wasn't it? But they actually borrowed 100 million. So then Man United were 100 million in debt, weren't they? Where they had 100 million in the bank, and that can happen. And this is the whole problem. It doesn't work that way. If it, Burnley did well actually to get straight back in the Premier League, but they're struggling again, aren't they? This year they're going to.
The Mick at the Championship, they rumped it, but now
they rumped it,
and now in the Premier League, they're struggling.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to stay in. I don't think they'll manage to stay in this time, and then it's just whether they can get back in again. I mean, if you can do that, then I would say that's the best place to be, or to be honest, if you can have the joy of promotion and then obviously come back down and then maybe, winning.
I don't want to be in the Championship League.
I know you don't. You want to be in the Premier League.
Like, we was in there for 23 years, and it was hell. And people in the chat as well get involved. When people say the Championship is one of the best leagues in the world, when you're in it, when you're out of it, it's a horrible league. It's a horrible league. I don't want to be like. Let's keep it real, right?
I'm different to you because I like winning, right? I like winning. I'm not happy if I'm losing in. I'm not happy if I'm losing in League One. I'm not happy if I'm losing in the Championship, and I wasn't any happier losing in the Premier League. I hated losing in the Premier League. You know, I didn't find it a joy. I didn't think to myself, oh gosh, we got beat by Arsenal, so that's okay. I was just beaten, and it just ruined my weekends, just the same as it does in every league. And I find I'm actually enjoying being in League One this year more than I enjoyed being in the Championship last year, because it was horrible last year. It was the worst season ever last year, but this year we're winning.
Being a content creator like myself, when it was the Championship, and when you keep winning, like we did with when it was the Championship with Forest and Steve Cooper, it's fun because you keep winning.
Yes,
because we're in the Premier League, we're going to be a team. Like I said myself like 2 minutes earlier, when your team we're not going to touch the top 6 teams.
No,
possibly could. Like look at Aston Villa. Look at Villa. I think they're 3rd in the league.
Yeah,
but it takes time. But when it comes to we suffered with the financial fair play situation now.
Yeah,
I heard today we can't buy no one this month. Only players can go, and as you know, Nuno likes.
You don't need any more, surely, do you? Do you want more? How many have you got?
Goalkeeper, another striker.
Jesus, Tor.
No. You got one
of the biggest squads.
Huh?
I thought you had one of the biggest squads in the Premier League.
No. We need to get rid of players. We need to get rid of players.
Send us a few.
Because we've got a big squad. But if it was my opinion, I prefer to bring in 2 players, and that's it. No more. You don't need to bring in
quality. Is what you want, isn't it? Quality rather than quantity.
It's hard in January because everyone will look at us and say, "Oh, Forest, that team who spent so much big on blood A, B, and C."
Yeah.
But it is so difficult. But if it was me, I want just 2 players in and quite a lot of players out. So
have they said today you can't bring anybody in now? Is that official, or is it rumored?
A statement. I think it was John Percy. Saying that
it's all very sort of cloak and dagger, isn't it? They're not really saying anything at the moment.
It's basically saying, let's read the statement. It was from John Percy, and he said that where's the statement? Wait for it in John Percy. Where is it? So John Percy said, Forest to adapt cautious approach to January window after PSA charge, focus on players out, then in with a net 0 spending at this stage. Nuno to stick with current goalkeepers, Tavares and Enrique loans to be revealed. So, Forest fans, what do you think about that? What do you think about Lee? Do you think we stick? Because, like I said, when you came to City, what was your opinion on each player? Because we did play a strong team against you lot. What was your opinion?
I think I'm just going to kind of repeat myself here, but when I watch football, to be honest, and if you've ever watched any of my football vlogs, I watch
football all the time.
I don't really know who any of the opposition players are. It doesn't matter whether I'm playing United. It's no disrespect to Forest or it just whoever I'm playing. You just read, and I just kind of look at the way the game's going. You know what I mean? So for me on Sunday when we played you, I thought I was very disappointed with Forest as a whole in the first half, and I thought we deserved to go in 2-0. It was a shame, we'd let a goal in on half time, but you just weren't at the races. But second half, oh my God.
Sorry, well, this guy, I'm trying to understand what a word Dor says. So sorry, I talk fast. That's my problem. So I do apologize.
Slow down. Right. So second half. So second half, what I liked about Forest was that whenever you're attacking quite a lot, but when you're attacking, you seem to come in like a wave. So there'd be, somebody out on the right wing, somebody inside, the guy be, cutting, and it always had like 2 options of a sort of a triangle to go outside, inside. And Blackpool defenders, were trying to cover everything, and we couldn't. And and I thought that, you're going to score, you're going to get the winner. And it was like a lot of pressure, but I couldn't tell you who the players were that were playing well, but I'm just saying as a team, because that's what I kind of look at. I look at, are we on the attack? Are we defending? And I'm looking at how you're coming out. Are you coming down the wings? Are you coming inside? And I thought you played really well in the second half. I thought Grimshaw pulled off like a wonder save, didn't he, to like keep us in it.
Yeah.
And I was convinced, on my blog, I did say that there's going
Make
to
sure
be
everyone watches Lee's
a
vlog as
sting
well.
at the So it was great. I went on the BSA coach. They actually, have offered to sponsor Jay and I. If we go away, they'll actually, take us for free, which is good. I've only been on a couple, but it's great going on a coach. You stop off at Stapleford. We stayed off at
Stapleford, yeah.
Yeah, which was nice. It's always got to be on a coach. You've got to be with outside a 10-mile radius, but I think because it's the Blackpool Supporters Association that they're not lunatics or anything. I think it was about 8 miles away, not very far really, but really nice. We had breakfast because it was an early kickoff on it, so we just went and had a breakfast in a Wetherspoons. It was the only place open. It was really nice, but the whole thing on a coach really is. Are you coming a coach or are you driving?
I'm going to coach.
Yeah,
first time in years.
Yeah, you just you can watch your now we've got entertainment on our phone. You can watch YouTube or whatever while you're on the blooming coach. You don't have to, the journey goes by fast. You stop off, have a few beers. There's a bit of a crack on the coach, and it's all just good fun. And I had a great day, and I met you obviously, and I thought actually the interview with, what was he called? The guy from Ireland. What was he called?
Lee. No, Stephen from
Stephen. Wales. Yeah. Now that scene, I wish I'd have put you that same way around as well, because that scene with the river behind and all the birds flying, everything, I think it's one of my best interview scenes ever. I love it. It looks honestly, it looks so
Shout
good.
Shout out to Stephen. Well, Steve.
Yeah, no, and he was great, wasn't he? He talks a lot of sense, but the actual scene, like behind, the things that were going on, there was like birds flying, and the river was really high, wasn't it? And it just looked. I thought, wow, I'm so proud of that actual scene. As a videographer, and not as a, because I'm, I got into all this YouTubing because I'm into, being a video. I like making movies. I like making videos. It's not particularly. In fact, I wish I did anything else but football vlogging. To be honest, I really do. It's bloody awful.
If people don't know, and I'm the only chat, I've knew Lee. When did we first meet Lee? Was it lockdown?
Oh, we met lockdown, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, lockdown.
Yeah, then we started doing the Football Vloggers podcast, didn't we? Which was. I
missed that, Lee. I missed that.
Yeah, I know. I should.
People in the chat. What do you want?
Loads of people kind of say we should do it. Just people kept letting me down. He just got me down, because there was one time where I just, I'd started the show and there was just me there, and I thought, oh God, people. It needs like reliable people, really.
Yeah.
Maybe a little change of format. Maybe we could be commenting on football games or something, rather than just the way it was. Because but yeah, loads of people we should have carried on. It would have probably been massive by now, because it was getting bigger, wasn't it?
It was getting big, wasn't it? Like I said, when we was in lockdown, I think, like I said, when Forest won the championship and Blackpool was in the championship.
Yeah.
No, and was it?
We didn't do it then, did we? We didn't do it once we got in the championship.
Yeah, because
people kept.
Because we had Fleetwood with Ben Nappers.
Yeah, Nappers. Yeah.
Who else was it?
We had
Dapper.
Dapper. He was Doncaster Rovers, and there was that other lad from Doncaster Rovers
as well.
Yeah, there was the other guy from Doncaster Rovers. Yeah, no, it was a really good show. It was a lot of football. Vloggers were always wanting to watch it because they wanted to be on as well. But there were a lot of them like young kids. You know what I mean? It was hard to get there. It was just hard to get.
I've just got a super chat, Lee.
You got a super chat? I've seen it, Andrew Sharp.
Andrew Sharp, £2. Lee, great guy. As you, Mr. D. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Yeah.
£2 always gives me super chats. So much appreciated. People, if you do want to do super chats for myself or Lee, go on Lee's channel as well. If you want to do any super chats and support him, please do. But Andrew, thank you for the £2. It helps our channons as well.
Yeah, it does. Full enough.
I don't know if people notice. I've got a nice laptop app now, and if it wasn't for you lot, I wouldn't have got it. So now I'm looking up, not looking down. So now, if it wasn't for you lot, I wouldn't have got this. So I do appreciate for all the super chats that I get.
So you're using the camera on the laptop now, is it?
Yeah.
The camera? Yeah.
It's just
so you can look straight at it.
Now I'm looking there. So I don't know if people notice or not. So what's your thoughts, Lee? Like I said, we got replay. Are you,
Yeah.
like I said, as a Forest fan, Forest fans and Blackpool fans, what do you think about this replay? Do you think would it benefit us for a cup run, or would it benefit? It would benefit both clubs. But I prefer to be focused on the Premier League and staying up because
Of course, yeah.
as
I mean,
you
it's the
know,
same for us, Dore, in many ways. You have that thing where, we've got an outside sneak still of getting in the playoffs. There's a long way to go. We're not consistent enough at the moment to get in the playoffs, but we're only 4 points outside. Teams have got games in hand on us, but like for us, our main priority would be getting.
Go on, don't touch me.
I'm playing £2 in front of the
Good, well done.
Brilliant answer. I love it. Yeah.
Yes, well done.
Yeah. But like, to us, to get back in the championship, that's £8 million, if you get up there. So, it's a big difference, isn't it? So it's important in many ways for both of us not to progress, but it's the FA Cup. It's magical. You can't. I'm sorry, but I know we kind of diss it, and every team plays their academy. All these big teams don't play the best, but it's still a magical competition, and it's still a big competition. And the non-league side of it, it's phenomenal. It is. Non-league teams make such a lot of money out if they get a good run. So yeah, I think it's. I'd love to go on. Blackpool have done nothing. Honestly, we have done since 1953 when we won it. We haven't done anything in the FA Cup. I think the first we've got is a sixth round in all them years, but most of the time, we're knocked out dead early. So it would be great.
So far, Bristol City are winning 1-0.
I know, yeah. So it's going to be Bristol.
West Ham are down to 10 men.
So that's really a good sort of.
And you know what it is, and
that's good for you, really, isn't it?
I love Bristol City away.
Yeah.
As you know,
you got a chance, haven't you? Now, if you get through past us, that's you would think that's another easy, and then you're into round blooming.
Like I said,
fifth round.
If people don't remember, the Bristol City vlog, one of the best vlogs I've done. Lee, have you watched it, Lee?
When did you do it? That's we've gone back. Yeah, 2 years ago. Was that the one where you came at the end?
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah. You won it at the end, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you score 2 goals in injury time?
2 goals.
2 goals. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? It was just just the joy of it all.
Loud till the second goal. We all went mad. I've run down the steps. I've missed a step. Fell off. I'm still like.
Just unbelievable. So what I'm saying is, was that moment? I mean, you're already saying it is like one of your favorite moments. Like compared to anything you've done in the Premier League so far, would anything come even close to that joy? I mean, you can't beat late winners, and you can't beat 2. When you score 2 in extra. Just anyway, of all the vlogs you've done, that's still your favorite moment where you were just like going mental?
Steve Cooper's the Steve Cooper season.
Yeah,
I'll never match it. That was the best season as a content creator.
So here we are. So I'm going to ask you the question now. So if you get relegated, just say for instance you did get relegated this year, or you stay up, right? So you got 2 choices, right? You stay up and you manage to hang in again in the Premier League for another season, or you go down and you have another season like you had with Steve Cooper that you're never going to forget. What would you rather have? Which would you rather do?
Stay in the Premier League.
You still rather stay in the Premier League than have all that joy again?
5
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm the other way around. I would rather have those type of seasons that you had with Steve Cooper. I'd rather have those
Premier League, you know what it is?
rather than just hanging in by my fingernails into the Premier League.
Because we scraped. We beat Arsenal 1-0 to stay up, and then the last game against Crystal Palace, another great vlog I did.
Yeah,
one of the best away days as a Forest fan. It was all part. Any Forest fan in the chat, remember who went to Crystal Palace away? One of the best vlogs I've done. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. I'll put in the link in a minute. One of the best away days I've done as a content creator. Yeah. But the Steve Cooper season, I could never match it. I'll never match it.
No.
It was one of the best seasons.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I've done, but
you came nowhere as well, didn't you?
The
one you went on was unbelievable.
It's like when you beat Newcastle, when we beat Newcastle 3-1, another good vlog I did.
Yeah.
And beating Man U as well. And beating Chelsea away. That was another good win, another good vlog I did. So
have you gone to them all this season, Dor? Have you been to every game?
Every game. Been to every game.
How's it? Is it 30 quid though when you go away? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So I'm in the 400 club.
Okay.
So I go to every game,
Right.
regardless. So
Costing you a fair bit then at the moment, won't it? To go.
it's worth it. Like I said, it's worth it. Like I said,
yeah, it's memories forever.
Just look at.
Which is your favourite ground, by the way? Which is your favourite ground?
People in the chat, answer this question as well. What is your favourite away day? Favourite ground?
Favourite ground for atmosphere? Well, let's rate them. Okay, so rating on the atmosphere there, because I know it's not always good in the Premier League. Rating on the pies, the food, and rating on how easy it is to park, and how much it actually costs you to park.
Where we started first. People in the chat, get involved. Get involved.
Chat. Questions. So those are your questions. Hi, George BFC. I've just seen him.
First one. What's the first one then?
He's a young YouTuber. So the first question was, which was your best for atmosphere?
Best atmosphere.
Best for food and best facilities, food and facilities. Let me
start with.
Was the leg room and all this sort of stuff.
Let me say stadium first.
Parking.
And people, it's away days, not home. Because if he said home, I'll just say seat ground because that's my home. That's my church. So away days in the chat as well. And on Lee's channel, what is your best away day? Mine.
Yeah, go on.
Personally.
Which one are you looking forward to going to again? Then I suppose would be the.
I'm looking forward to go to.
Arsenal's a nice ground, isn't it? It's not a good atmosphere though, is it? At Arsenal, it's a bit.
I'll say Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah, the atmosphere there's great.
The atmosphere is amazing.
But you're right up at the bloody top.
You're right. The nosebleeds. That's the best away day.
It's a heck of a climb, isn't it?
I run. No, I didn't run. I ran last year up the stairs.
Oh, did you?
I didn't run this time because my knee was hurting.
Wow.
But yeah,
Newcastle
away is the best atmosphere. And I love Newcastle fans. They always show me some love and respect as well. And content creators as well.
Yeah,
fantastic as well. So yeah, I met a few before the game.
Yeah. Newcastle.
Yeah. So
did you meet Sharky? Yeah, Sharky.
No, I've not seen him. I've not spoken to him. So let me look at the chat. Andrew says Gunnarsson. They're not bad to be fair. They're not bad.
George BFC, it's going for Blackpool 2-1 with a last-minute winner from Jordan Rose. I wasn't going to mention Jordan Rose.
Matt K says Brighton the Championship was top tier, atmosphere, facilities, and warm welcome. Yeah, Brighton was all right to be fair.
Yeah, that's a nice stadium, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's a tricky one. They've got all different light. They actually light up, don't they, for your colour in your end, don't they? They turn it red, don't they? They have lights where they can put the opposition fans in their own colour. Yeah, it's very cool. The seats better there. Plenty of leg room at Brighton.
Best pies was Huddersfield worth a queer. No, I personally, when I was in the Championship, the best pies was Wigan.
Yeah, well, it has to be, hasn't it?
Has to be.
They're not called the pie eaters for nothing.
Yeah, they're not called pie eaters for a reason. Who owned it? Who owned Wigan again? Wheeland. John Wheeland was Wheeland. I think it was. Who owned Wigan?
Oh, it was Dave Whelan.
Dave Whelan, that's it. He when he ran Wigan, amazing food there.
Yeah.
As well, so Fulham, the best pies, amazing food. Amazing. Shout out to David. Yeah, I forgot about Fulham. Fantastic food.
What did you think of the new that new stand they built? Because when we went to play Fulham, it was kind of being built. It was almost done.
You know how much it is, Lee? You know how
it's
much
impressive.
It is? Yeah, but you know how much it is, Lee, for a season ticket?
No, go on.
Grand.
Imagine if you were taking your kids to that as well.
I can't believe it. I won't pay. I always pay for my tickets.
Is Arsenal not 2? I thought Arsenal was 2. Is Arsenal 2 grand?
It's the most expensive place for a season ticket.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's an impressive stand, though. I must admit, it looks huge. It just when you've got Craven Cottage in the corner, out on one side, and that like
Fulham's a good place. Shout out to Alan, my mate, Alan, top guy. Yeah, Fulham's a nice eat food place as well. So yeah, what else is there? You said stadium. I think stadium wise, I think Newcastle.
Parking wise. Sharky's here, lads. He says one day
Wise,
we'll meet. Is there Andrew Sharp?
I'm gonna. Oh, no, with
Is that our Sharky?
Sharky's here, lads. One day, Door will meet up. Thank you thank you for the £2, Alan Andrew again. Thank you very much. This guy, he's a legend, absolute legend. Thank you,
Keeps
Andrew.
you going.
For the £2. No, not you, Sharky. This Andrew. This is a different Sharky. We met him. I met him in lockdown.
Yeah, he's a Newcastle vlogger, isn't he?
He's a Newcastle YouTuber.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, right. Before we do, like I said, we just spoke a lot.
Yeah, let's get to the game. What do you people
like
are asking for a score prediction?
Lee's going. So, and as well, people, I put in the top link of Lee's, and I've done a poll as well, people, on who's going to win. I've done it 4 different ones.
Okay.
Either Blackpool will win, Forest, Blackpool on pens, or Forest on pens. So 37 have voted. 16% says Blackpool. 76 says Forest. 3% says Blackpool on pen, and 5% says Forest on pens.
Right.
People in the chat, what is your score prediction before I get Lee's in as well? Lee, what do you expect tomorrow, Lee? Tomorrow's game?
Well, I have my head says, and I said it in my match vlog as well, that the little team, the smaller team against the Premier League team, you normally have one. You got that one chance. You know, it's a one-off game. If you win, you win. You know what I mean? And we could have won. We even could have won it at the end. We had a chance, and our striker, the young lad, didn't turn out. He didn't have a shot, which was disappointing. If him Rhodes on, he would have just he'd have hit it. But you have that one chance, and very rarely do the little club win the replay. It just doesn't. It's not a thing. I don't think it ever happens. So I'm expecting to get beat, but in my heart, I've got to hope that we are going to win, and I'm going for a 3-1 to Blackpool as my prediction, as my silly heart says, but my head says we're going to get smashed. So, you know, I can't. You were so good going forward. I can't see you being as bad as you were in that first half at Forest.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the chats. Mark Butler has been reduced hours due to FFP restrictions.
Yeah.
We'll lose on Sharky FFP. So, thank you. Like I said, people, please come support my channel if you can, and please hit the like button as well. Man, like, why am I on 7 likes? Get likes up, please.
Yeah,
if you're enjoying it, please do.
It's probably because we haven't talked about the football much. But Bristol City have beaten West Ham. There you are. So the opponents in the next round for Blackpool or you are Bristol City. We're not going to London.
Bristol City away. Like I said, if you've not saw the vlog from my Bristol City away, please go and check it. It's one of the best vlogs I've done as a Forest fan. One of the best. And to tell people, like Lee, I'll tell you a story. After the game, my phone was dead.
Yeah.
So I got back to the seat round. I couldn't order a taxi, so I had to walk home.
Oh no!
I live an hour away, and then I had to edit like we always do. All YouTubers do. We edit straight away. And I got in at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I think. 3 o'clock. I didn't finish until 6, and I had work at 8.
Oh man! Well, you had to get it out, and you just had to get it out. Something like that, it's the other one where you have that just like horrendous where somebody scores a late winner against you, and you really don't want to make the vlog, do you? You really just it's like you don't even want to do it sometimes. You think, oh my god!
But I had to get this vlog out. Like I said,
yeah, of course, you did well to get it, and might take me on average about 8 hours.
Yeah, but like I say, people go and watch Lee's vlog. It's in the link at the top of the chat, so go and click on it because Lee takes pride in his vlog, like I do.
We're not allowed to put match footage anymore.
If people know, look at the background with Lee as you see me as a cartoon character with Lee. So if anyone wants to know how Lee does it,
yeah, I should start doing a YouTube channel on how I do all my editing and stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, I edit things to like such a ridiculous level.
I'll
even do J cuts and on the sound and stuff, which you won't even notice. Underneath.
What's your score prediction for tomorrow, Lee? It's a 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Okay, so Lee says 3-1 Blackpool.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll say I've got a feeling it'll go to penalties. I hope it don't. I hope it don't. I think he's got a feeling about you'll go to penalties.
Well, if it goes to penalty, we never win on penalties, so you're all right. You're all right there. We never win on penalty. It's like watching England, watching Blackpool, only worse. Andrew Sharp has just put in, Lee, what was your favourite game in the Premier League season? Well, the favourite game really was obviously Liverpool away. You know, beating Liverpool at Anfield was like just ridiculous. Even the first game, you know, we had to, because the stadium wasn't quite ready, we had to play our first few games away from home. So we should have been playing Wigan at home. And the first game of the Premier League season, we won at Wigan 4-0, and we were top of the Premier League.
It was that first game, and you had Nottingham Forest.
We were top for 2 hours though, because Chelsea went and won 5-0 and knocked us off the top. But do you know they had to pay out? The bookies had to pay out. Anybody who'd bet Blackpool to be top of the league, they had to pay out because they were top of the league just for those 2 hours. Yeah, they paid out. Yeah, they all got paid out on that. Yeah, which was amazing, isn't it? So those were good, but it was my favourite moment was Brett Ormrod scoring his only goal. His only goal in the Premier League. He should have scored actually at Wigan on the first day, and he missed a right good chance, and then he didn't score, and he scored in every division with Blackpool. So he actually, you know, officially now is the only player in history ever to have scored in every division for Blackpool. He's been in the, you know, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, first Championship, League 1, League 2. He's been them all. So yeah, so those are my favourite sort of moments of memories of the Premier League.
Right, people, I'm gonna get going. Lee, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah,
come over channel. Like it's been how long has it been?
It's been too long. We've definitely got to do
2018 on it. 2018, I think it is, and I'm still here talking.
It's got to be. Well, it's probably before we were. Did we do anything when we were in the? Yeah, we did, didn't we? When we were in the Championship. So yeah, it's since you went. You know, in the Premier League, you've just forgotten about us little low lives down here.
This player was a nightmare for us, Dobie as well.
Dobie.
You know, every time he played against Forest, was it Swansea, Blackpool, Bolton? Every single time he scored past Forest.
Yeah, he scored against lots. He's actually a coach, Blackpool's coach of the youth team.
Is that?
He actually managed us. You know, we had Mick McCarthy with his boring football, Mick McCarthy. So we had him, and he just ruined us completely. Getting him in was a disaster. I think he won 2 games in however many he was in charge, and he actually hoisted himself on his own petard and left. And Dobby took over, and he did well. He won away at Norwich. I know it was last game of the season. They had nothing to play for. We were already relegated, but we beat them. We should have actually beat Luton. We blew it at Luton, and that would have kept us up. But he nearly kept us up, Dobby. You know, he nearly kept us up. And a lot of fans wanted him to be the manager. You know, they didn't want, you know, they wanted Dobby to carry on because he did so well in those last 6 games. His brand of football was good as well. Whereas Critchley's a bit sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, backwards, sideways. You know, not a lot of Blackpool fans are really enjoying that kind of football at the moment, but. Probably plays a bit like Steve Cooper, I suppose, in that same way. Is it where he's just backwards?
He's a legend for the club.
I know he is. I know he was.
Right, people.
Right, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on.
Tomorrow,
I'll see you. You know where we stood, don't you? I've told you where we stood. When you come up Bloomfield Road, you turn right into the ground, and Jane and I will just be on the right there before you go in your entrance. So
make sure everyone. I'm buy a fanzine tomorrow. I'll tell you reasons, not now, but later on. But yeah, I will do it after game reaction, definitely from the game. So watch out for that. But like I said, watch out for Lee's. Like I said, people after this stream, go and watch Lee's vlog. It's an amazing vlog. I'm on it. While Steve's on it.
Yeah, and the Trent looks beautiful. It does look really good. It's
really good backdrop as well.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Honestly,
people, if you are rewatching this and as well on Lee's channel, make sure you get your score predictions as well. Make sure everyone goes subscribe.
Yeah, post in the comments down below and give the video a like and
everyone give
sub to Door.
subscribe as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Like he's doing it for ages, and it's nice.
Yeah, we're still only on 7,600. To be honest, watching Blackpool to get to 7,682 is we only have like 9,000 season ticket holders, so you know we're doing all right. I need to get to 70,000, so
how much?
70,000. I think that then I might actually make some money out of YouTube. So if I get to 70, so I reckon that's about 40. It's taken me 4 years to get to 7,600, so about 40 years. So if I'm still here, Dore, in 40 years' time, I'll let you know if I've got to 70.
We'll be old. We'll be all still doing like a live stream as well in our 70s. Yeah, it'll be crazy, but we hope you enjoy it. Right,
probably will be.
People, thanks very much. Like I said, I'll be there at the game tomorrow. My after game reaction, possibly a vlog as well. But yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. We've got Brentford on Saturday. But yeah, focus on Blackpool tomorrow. Hopefully we can win. And whoever wins tomorrow, it's Bristol City away.
Bristol
Go
City.
and watch that
Jane
vlog.
will be having gravy on her fish in the fish shop, Mark. She will. Not many people do, but Jane loves it on her fish.
It's been a pleasure, people. Thank you for everyone watching. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe to mine and Lee's channel. Comment below if you're re-watching this. Get your score predictions in the comment section.
Indeed, yeah.
I'll see everyone.
May the best team win tomorrow.
All right. Peace and love, people. Up the Forest. Cheerio.
Sorry we spoiled your team's holiday. They're all supposed to be on holiday, weren't they, this week? They were having a break, weren't they?